Okay, hello, this is Jane Gardner of Implement Club, and I believe there's been some changes over at Facebook, and I'm not streaming there, but we're going to be streaming on YouTube and on my, let me have a look at my website. That would be interesting. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and do this training and then post it up later, I guess. Because it's always good to be implementing. I heard that they had changed their way you get on and do your Create Studio. So, I'm on my website at implement.club/build your business 52 weeks. So that works. I should have checked Facebook, but anyway. So let's do this and let's go, and I'll post the video up later. For those of you on Facebook, yes, I'm Jane Gardner. I work with my husband in a structural engineering firm, and this morning I'm still doing my Build Your Business in 52 Weeks trainings, and this is actually week 22. I can't believe it. I thought it was only week 20. So it's been great. I've got a lot of good content, and we're going to add some more today because we're going to talk about doing this weekly workshop, which this isn't really, because you are learning things, but we are going to be talking about implementing and getting into action and building your business. And we have 15 principles to do this. So we've talked about developing your core values. We've talked about your mindset, your brand, you positioning yourself as an educator, doing a weekly workshop, building a product snowball, developing a strategic marketing framework, creating a content factory, network, media mogul, getting into production mode, building a learning center, creating an online community, raising and building an affiliate army, and putting systems in place. And today's workshop is about doing a weekly workshop. Because while we look at these 15 principles, you will see that if you do a weekly workshop, you are positioning yourself as an educator, you are creating content, and this content we'll talk about in a bit more depth is actually related to your offers, and so it's all interconnected, and you're teaching your audience about something which makes them want to have more of it. So let's go and do this, and that'll explain it much more. So today we're talking about doing a weekly workshop, which is the core to this business. This business will not work unless you're producing content, which is, of course, everyone has to produce content in order to show people the value of what they do. So doing a weekly workshop will be the place where you'll be creating your content. But first you're going to start with the offer of what you want to sell them. So you ask yourself, what is the offer that you want to make them? And how can you do a weekly workshop that is about this product or about this topic? So instead of developing a publishing schedule, you consider working from your launch schedule. So we have discussed before how you need to have offers in your business that you can sell. There's no reason to have a business unless you're selling something. And so you need to create yourself a calendar of what your offer is going to be, maybe quarterly, and develop that. And so you're going to develop your workshop based on the offer. Whatever you're going to be releasing is how you should be creating your content. So for example, this 52 weeks Build Your Business, I will develop this into an offer, and that offer will obviously have the result at the end of 52 weeks of someone building their business, and I will be adding more value into the workshops other than this free workshop, to create a course that will give them the result that they want. So every week, even though the session is free, you should be creating an offer to make. You should be thinking about your offer. You should be creating it, of course. But of course, for some people, you don't have the same time as others, so you can't create an offer every week. But you can certainly create an offer monthly or even quarterly if it's a very good offer. And what you should be doing is creating content to discuss the problem that the offer solves. So this workshop that I'm doing here, Build Your Business in 52 Weeks, is all about increasing your audience, increasing your leads, increasing your clients, and it is based on 15 principles that will build your business. So this is the offer, would be to build your business, and by doing this course in 52 weeks, you would have that result if you implement and do the things in this program. Because whether it's the end of the session, inside of the session, or before the session, you should be creating the need for what you will be teaching. So for example, I always talk about building your business, and that is what people want to have. They want to have more leads, they want to have more clients, they want to have more people promoting them, they want more partners, they want to collaborate, they want to grow their audience. So this is always talking about those needs. So then what you do is you get the offer and the upsell set up, which I have not, by the way, because I'm doing this for the first time. Maybe I'll do this a second time and I will actually have offers and upsells to set up. If you don't have a funnel that you want to sell, your funnel can be very simple. It should consist of the product that you're teaching on. So for example, I'm teaching on building your business, your membership academy as the upsell. So basically you can have a membership as an upsell to what you're doing in the free weekly workshop. It could be monthly, it could have an annual fee, or it could be an all access, depending on what you have in your membership academy. So this is the learning center that we talked about previously in about 14th principle, 13th principle. This is going to be something that has reoccurring revenue for you. And if you have a downsell, you can have the advanced version of the product that you're selling as the option if they decide not to go into the membership academy. At this moment, I don't have my learning center up, and I should be wondering why I haven't, because this is a 22nd week. So this is going to be something that you have to consider. You can offer the advanced version as an upsell and the academy as a second upsell. So basically, you do have offers when you're doing your free weekly workshop, but these are going to be things that you can test them. Make sure that both the first and or second upsell are also available on your thank you page in order when someone buys your product. So for example, if you were to buy my product, Build Your Business Quickly in 52 Weeks using my membership, you would then have an upsell on the thank you page, maybe talking about artificial intelligence or some other upsell. So when you're doing your weekly workshop, you have to remember, of course, you can't just have one product to sell. You should have a variety of front-end offers that you can make based on your weekly workshop. You can swap out different front-end offers that you're going to promote every month. This should be based on your calendar and your launches, of course, and what's available for your offers. Regardless of what your front-end offer is, your back-end is going to be your high-ticket offer or your academy. Either done for you or done with me or coaching or a membership academy, a learning center. So it's always based on remembering that you have to have something to offer. And throughout your live session, you should be pre-selling your front-end offer and pre-selling your academy offer, which it could be just as simple as saying at the end, here is my offer. You need to mention the problem that these products solve, because you'll be talking about the problem within your workshop. Be careful about focusing too much on price or scarcity or urgency. You need to be building the value by teaching the subject. So you want to talk about the problems that this offer will solve. Ultimately, the front-end offer should put the kind of buyer into your funnel to get your academy offer. So if someone buys one of your front-end offers, then they should be willing to buy your learning center offer at another time or at the same time, depending on what their needs are. So the question becomes, should you mention the academy or learning center offer in your workshop? Well, if you're going to teach the problem that your academy solves, you should give the people an opportunity to get it. If you want to offer a price break to people that attend your sessions, make sure to give them a time-based deal. So don't always just let it be reduced at all times. But shut the deal down before you start promoting a new workshop. If you're going to teach on the front-end subject, mention the academy offer at the beginning of the session would be direct. As a solution throughout the session, that would be indirect. It just depends on what you're talking about on your workshop. There are ways to do this without turning the educational session into a pitch webinar, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to have people expecting that every week you'll be pitching them something, because they won't come. What you want to make sure is that you're always promoting the value of coming to the workshop and getting results from talking about the problem and getting the solution, or having things within the workshop which are actionable. So how do you mention your higher ticket offers? Well, your membership should be a flagship offer. You should be talking about things that you do with your academy members. For our academy members this month, we did a training on X, and this was discussed. Or in our private academy Q&A, we discussed this issue. Or we're going to have discussion on this with my members. Be direct about this, though. You should honestly feel like customers should be part of your membership. Those that aren't quite ready will consider lower priced offers first than you make available. So for the weekly workshop, how are you going to prepare for the session? So you should envision your customer listening to your session. What would it be like if they heard you training and they were listening to it in the car? By the time that they get to a computer, they may have cooled off about your offer. They may have forgotten about what you said and why they needed it, if they happen to be listening on audio and they're not near a computer. Some will have a mobile device, and you want to make the URL easy for them to remember and say to themselves. So you may want to include an SMS-based purchase, a QR code-based purchase for them, in case they happen to be on their mobile. These are some of the ways that you can easily have the URL available for the offer. This increases the chance that you will not lose the sale because of passing time between when the training is and the time of purchase. So you have to create content that is teaching around the need. In section 1 of your workshop, detail the problem, discuss common beliefs and solutions, discuss why they don't work, discuss your own discovery about it, pivot to how to solve the problem, outline the steps necessary to get to a solution, what are the steps to get to a solution, outline those, reveal the best way to solve the problem, which is your product, and then, of course, discuss how it fulfills the how to get rid of that problem. Direct people to the checkout page with an offer. And the urgency and scarcity should be based on the workshop and be visible on the checkout page. So if you decide you're making a weekly offer at each workshop, then at the end of the workshop or even during the workshop, when you make the offer and talk about the product, remember to tell them that basically by the weekend, this is the price for this product, and then it will be going up. And of course, it will be going up. Don't rely on your workshop for sales. The primary reason for the workshop is to build trust. You want people to join your email list and get into your direct sales channel. You want people to say that you're trustworthy and believable. And so while you don't want to not mention your products and services for sale, you don't want to make it the focus of your session. Over time, this should be an additive strategy. So the more your content is available on different channels, you will make sales that trickle in. The goal for your training is to make it consumable, make it of value so that they can actually take some actionable steps during the workshop, take them with them and do them, and that will mean they can have some result, and so they'll be more attracted to possibility of getting the product offer. If people look forward to consuming it, you will make sales by default. Now the question is, should you do over-the-shoulder sessions? In most cases, your content should be easy to listen to. The point of the sessions is to make them consumable, so they should be, unless they have to be made for watching, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have over-the-shoulder sessions on these weekly workshops because you want them to be able to consume it by reading the text, watching the video, or listening by audio. You want them to get value out of your session. You can tell your audience up front that they can listen to the session and it won't be necessary to watch it. You can also tell them that they can, of course, come back later and re-watch it. It's always available. But if your audience has questions for you to answer, consider doing them with on-screen demos. Keep in mind that people will be listening, and so that you need to make it clear by audio as well as doing it on video. Encourage people to come back to watch the sessions if they're listening to it. So you want to make your sessions something that's easy to consume, has points of value in it that they can take away, and is also easy to watch without the sound, watch without or listen to, have it available on audio. Which reminds me, I should make these videos on audio version as well and make it downloadable. So in conclusion, these are some of the things that we learned today. That you start with your offer when you're creating your weekly workshop. Look at your launch calendar and see what you're doing each month and whether or not it's possible for you to do a weekly offer, or should you do a monthly offer and then base the workshop on some of the problems that are that will need to be solved by your offer. So you get the offer and an upsell set up. You can interchange the front end offers. You should mention the Academy offer or the Learning Center offer in the workshop, even if it's just a certain text. You should learn how to mention your higher ticket offers in your workshop. So figure that out within your workshop structure where you're going to mention your various offers. And then by preparing for the session, remember that you're creating content that you're going to teaching around the need. You're not going to be giving them the solution. Don't rely on the workshop for sales, but sales will trickle in if you have the offer available. Should you do over-the-counter shoulder sessions? Well, we said no, in that it has to be something that someone can listen to, watch, or without the sound, or obviously can get the text and read through it and understand it. the workshops because you want them to come back again. So that's the conclusion for today on doing a weekly workshop. That will give you more idea on what kind of weekly workshop to design. And so we've been looking at the 15 principles, and next week we'll look at building a product snowball. You can tell from our discussion today that doing a weekly workshop, we have offers and I'm busy. So and develop a strategic marketing framework, create a content factory, build a massive network, become a media mogul, get into production mode, build a learning center, create an online community, build an affiliate army, and put systems in place. So if you want to sign up to get some freebies, workshops, and free checklists, go to http://jgtips.com/bybfree. And next week we're going to be doing a product snowball, and you can check out any of the other learning trainings at facebook.com/groups/implement club. And also, of course, I have the membership for Build Your Business in 52 Weeks that is free, and you would get a link to sign up for that if you sign up to the email list at http://jdtips.com/bybfree. And I'm developing that course into creating a paid course. So there will be some added text documents. I've got to add the audios. I have some checklists and some actually extra courses that are added in there to create a program that will be 52 weeks and be actionable, that will be paid in the future. But for now, since I'm developing it, it is available free for you to learn from if you go to jgtips.com/bybfree. Thank you very much, and